everyone. Welcome to your practice today. Glad to have you here. We'll do a core focused practice today, a gently warming practice for the core, which comprises not only what we know of as the abdomen, the front of the body, but also the side waist and into the back, and also the hips and inner thighs. So all of this stuff here we'll focus on today for strength, mobility, some awareness, and some coordination. So with that, let's go ahead and begin in crocodile pose. So in crocodile pose, you'll be resting on your belly. If this is not comfortable, feel free to roll over onto your back. That's fine. But if you can rest on your belly, go ahead and come onto the floor and bring your feet out nice and wide. And you can sway the hips from side to side, just kind of settle in. Cross at your forearms, and then you'll rest your head on your forearms, or if you have a yoga block, you can rest your head on that block, all right? So I am going to sit up so that you can hear me, and you can stay resting in crocodile pose. So as you're here in crocodile pose, begin to settle into your mat and into the support that's underneath you. So we'll be working in just a moment, resisting gravity and all of that. But for now, let your body settle and rest. So as you inhale, feel the floor rise up to meet you. And as you exhale, feel yourself rest into the floor. And right away, you'll notice that as you inhale, the belly expands and presses into the floor without any extra effort. And as you exhale, the belly softens, the low back softens. And begin to work with that and start to let the breath be more continuous. One breath flows into the next. Think of a gentle wave. Inhale and exhale. No pause. And we can start to feel the space within the abdomen and letting the breath fill in that space. So the breath fills in the abdomen, and yet also as you inhale and exhale, can you feel the breath moving in and out of the low side waist and even into the low back? And so think of this area kind of in a 360-degree way, and allow the breath to fill in and release from this midsection. A couple more breaths here. And then begin to rock your head gently from side to side. You can wiggle the fingers and the toes. And from here, we'll press back into child's pose. So bring your hands underneath your shoulders. You can widen the knees, bring the big toes towards one another, and move your hips back. The hips can be slightly lifted. That's fine. If you've got a blanket, you can shove the blanket underneath your seat. You're welcome to rest on the elbows or release the torso towards the floor, head towards the floor. And now, as you're in child's pose, feel that your belly has some space, so it's not pressing against anything. So allow the breath to move into that space. Let the belly soften as you inhale, and gently draw the navel towards the spine as you exhale. So we feel this difference in relaxing around the abdomen, the low back, the ribs, and gently engaging in the low abdomen. Great. Lift your chest slightly, and we'll walk our hands and our torso over to the left. Lay the belly, the chest over that thigh, and reach your arms forward. Let your head rest. So here you feel some length and space along the right side of the body. So now let your breath fan into the right lung, the right waist as you inhale. And again, we soften the torso towards the thigh as we exhale. And then lift the chest, the head, walk back to center, and we'll go to the other side. So walk the body over to the right now. Lay the belly, the chest over that thigh and start to reach a little bit more through that left arm. And all of this space, take advantage of all of the space on that left side now as you breathe into that left lung, low waist, low back, and soften as you breathe out. We'll lift and we'll come back to center. Slide that left arm underneath the right and turn your head to the right for a twist. You can rest your head on a block, a blanket, or the floor. And we'll take the other side. So slide that right arm underneath the left, turn your head. And we notice that space at the back body. So there's more lung tissue actually at the back body than the front. So notice that you can fill up in the back body as you inhale and soften as you exhale. Great. Come back through center and we'll come all the way up. Shift your weight to your hips to one side and go ahead and sit back on a blanket. If you've got one, a firm cushion, we'll sit cross-legged here. And if you have a block or a stack of books, go ahead and place that block behind you as a little prop to lift the floor up to you. Take a few twists here. So as you inhale, reach the arms wide and up overhead. And as you exhale, twist towards your right. Bring your right hand to that block behind you, just to cue you to lift up tall through your chest. And you can look off to the side or back behind you. As you inhale, lift up through the chest. As you exhale, gently draw your navel in and twist. On your next inhale, come out of the twist, reach up, and then we'll go to the other side. So bring that left hand behind you on your block to lift you up a little taller. And then as you exhale, your navel draws in and you twist. And so here now we're breathing against resistance of the twist. So we're strengthening the diaphragm, that primary muscle in breathing. So you may find that you breathe a little more shallow and yet try to get the breath low and slow in the body and smooth. And we'll come back to center, reach up and release the arms down. Go ahead and come off of your blanket if you were on one. And we'll begin to get some more core activation here. So bring your feet out in front of you. If you've got your two blocks, go ahead and place one on either side or your stack of books. Bring your feet out in front of you, hands behind the thighs. As you inhale, lift the shoulders over the hips. And then as you exhale, round back, curl back, draw your low belly in and up. And then as you inhale, come forward, lengthen through the front body. Exhale to round, draw in. And then inhale to come back up, long spine. Exhale to round, curl in, even squeeze the inner thighs to get the very low belly. And then inhale, come up. One more time. Exhale, draw in towards center. And then inhale to come back up. Now cross at your shins. Bring those blocks on either side of you. If you have longer arms, you may not need the blocks, but I do. And then push down into the blocks. As you inhale, straighten your arms, lift your chest. As you exhale, let your shoulders curl up towards your ears. So inhale, push down on your blocks, lift your chest. And then exhale, let your shoulders come up towards your ears. And as you continue with this, you may start to find that you get a little light in the seat. And exhale to relax. Inhale, push down, lift the chest, shoulders away from the ears, and then exhale to release. Keep going with this. Feel the strength of your arms lifting you up a little taller. Another option is to stay in this press and maybe push down. Use your belly to start to lift the hips up off the floor. Lower the hips with control and release. Inhale and exhale. Push into your block. Lift up through the hips. Maybe hover through the feet now. A little swing. Whee! And then as you're ready, slowly lower and release. Nice. Move your blocks off to the top of your mat. Shake out your hands. And we'll cross over the shins. Come back to table here. And then back to downward facing dog. Now, if you're not going into down dog, if you're not going upside down, that's just fine. You're welcome to be in all fours position here at any time. Okay. If you're in downward facing dog or table, you can start to pedal through the feet, shake the head yes and no, and feel all that space around the shoulders and the neck here. And then come back to stillness, push into your hands and into your feet. And as you inhale, feel the side low waist expand. And as you exhale, gently draw the navel towards the spine. And again, we're breathing against resistance here. We're strengthening the diaphragm. We're turned upside down, so the abdominal muscles are resting on the diaphragm muscle. And that provides just a little bit of weight to help us tone the diaphragm here. And then as you're ready, you can look forward, bend the knees, and step towards the top of your mat. Forward fold. Let your head hang heavy here. You can rock from side to side. Welcome to grab opposite elbows. Just let the head be heavy in traction the spine. Let your belly rest towards your thighs. Release your hands as you inhale, lift halfway, press your fingertips into your shins, and then soften these, pull your belly toward your thighs. Inhale, lift halfway, arms straight, push the chest forward. Exhale, fold forward. One more time, lift halfway, and then fold forward, pull the belly towards the thighs. This time, lift halfway, lengthen. Hands to your hips, come up with a nice tall spine, look straight ahead. All right, here in mountain pose, turn to face you, interlace your fingers, press your palms away and reach up and overhead. So stand in mountain pose, feet about hip distance apart. And as you inhale, reach your top of your head tall and bring the backs of the hands to the top of the head. As you exhale, side bend over towards your right and reach. Push the arms long. Inhale, get taller as the hands and the head reach towards one another. Exhale, side bend over towards your left. Inhale to center, reach, get taller. Exhale, side bend. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, come back to center, reach up, and then release the arms to T position. So you want to keep the hips level, okay, or even, not one behind the other here as we twist. So bring your arms out to T position, inhale. And then as you exhale, rotate towards your left. Reach one arm forward, one arm back. And then look down, notice if the hip dropped back, keep getting you out of the twist. Push your left hip forward so the twist is happening here. All right, you'll feel a little bit more work in the core. And let yourself breathe, easy as you can. Nice, release, reach your arms up, come back through center. And then bring your arms out to T position, we'll twist the other way. So again, notice if you've come out of the twist by letting that right hip drop back. Push your right hip forward, reach back with your right hand, forward with your left, and breathe. And then come out of it, come forward, reach up, and release the arms down by your side. Let's take just a few sun salutations here, starting to move through the whole body. Okay, come to mountain pose, push down into the feet, lift up through the heart. And as you inhale, reach the arms out, around, and up. Soften the knees, fold forward, pull the belly towards the thighs. Lift halfway, strengthen the back body, and then forward fold, release. Rise to stand, reach out, around, and up, and then reach out, around, and down, look straight ahead. Inhale, sweep out, around, and up. Soften the knees and fold forward. Pull the belly towards the thighs. Lift halfway, and forward fold, release. Push into your feet, rise to stand, reach out, around, and up, and then reach out, around, and down. Let's add on to that. Inhale, reach out, around, and up. Soften the knees and fold forward. Lift halfway, lengthen, and then step your right foot way back. The knee can be up or down, your choice. Push into your feet, and then reach your arms forward and up. Crescent lunge here. So automatically in a balance like this, we're using our core muscles, and so you might feel yourself wobbling or adjusting, and that's just fine. Our job is to continue to allow ourselves to breathe, not holding the breath. And then if you wish, you're welcome to bring your hands to heart center, lean forward, and we'll take a twist. So rotate over towards that left knee. You're welcome to stay lifted. Bring the hand outside the knee and reach up. A lot more space here in the twist. You're welcome to take a prayer twist if you like. Okay? But again, notice that the hips are even. One is not lower than the other. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Great. From here, release. Hands to the floor. Step back. Downward facing dog. And feel all that space on that left side. Let the breath fan into that space. Rock forward to plank pose here. Welcome to lower the knees to the floor. Chest is forward. And then use your belly to slow your roll to the floor. Point your toes back. Lift your chest. So here, be very light on the hands. You're using the back muscles, the back of the core here. And then release the head to the floor. Gather your belly, tuck your toes, push up, top of a push up, and then back to downward facing dog or table. Great. From here, lift your right leg back and up. Again, keep the hips square. Draw your low belly in and up, bend the knee, and then open your hips. Okay, but we're opening the hips from this contained space. So we're not just letting ourselves fly open. The belly is supporting us as we open in the hips. And then come back through center, square the hips here, straighten your back leg, and draw the knee into the chest and step up into your lunge. We're on the other side now, yes? So push down into your feet, reach the arms forward and up, crescent lunge here. And let's just settle here for a moment. Push into your back leg, feel yourself breathing, lots of space here to breathe into. And then we'll take our twist. So hands to heart center, lean forward. We're using our back muscles here to keep us upright. And then rotate towards that front knee. So opposite hand can come outside the knee for a more open, lifted twist, or you can take that prayer twist. Either way, try to keep the hips even, rotate from the navel on up. Nice. Release, come out of your twist, hands to the floor and step up. Forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, pull the belly towards the thighs, forward fold. Rise to stand, reach out, around, and up, touch the sky. Get the hair out of the face, and then release the arms down. Nice. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down here. And come back to your easy mountain pose. Feel that breath low and slow in the waist here. And from here, inhale, reach out, around, and up. Soften the knees and fold forward again. Lift halfway, lengthen. This time, step your left foot back and turn the heel down. Let's rotate open to warrior two. Right? So you might need to widen your stance here, lengthen your stance. And notice if you're leaning too far forward or too far back, center the shoulders over the hips here. Feel that centeredness around the center of the body. Inhale, reach from fingertip to fingertip. Exhale, navel to spine. Straighten that front leg, reach up, turn your right toes in, left toes out, and come to warrior two to face the back of your mat. And again, adjust so that you feel very centered. We're not rushing forward or leaning back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, navel to spine. Nice, straighten that front leg. Turn your left toes in, right toes out. Come back to the top of your mat. And take your hands to frame your front foot and step back, downward facing dog. Rock forward to plank pose on knees or toes. Reach your chest forward. And so your core muscles, your inner thighs, your low belly, your hips, your glutes, slow the descent towards the floor. So as you exhale, lower all the way down. Rest, point your toes back, lift your chest. Using your back muscles rather than your arms. And then lower back to the floor. Tuck your toes, gather your belly, push up, and back to downward facing dog. Great, lift your left leg back and up this time. And again, this idea of containment and support. So draw your navel in and up, bend your knee and open your hip from that supported space. Notice if the shoulders go with you. So square your shoulders. We're just rotating from the navel on down to the feet. And then consciously square your hips, extend that back leg, draw the knee into the chest and step forward for your lunge. Turn your back heel down, warrior two, with the left foot forward. I'm gonna face you, okay? And we're gonna make our way into a squat. All right, so hands come to heart center, turn your back toes out, and come into your goddess squat here. And then kick your left heel back, turn your right toes forward, warrior two. Stay nice and low here. You're welcome to come out at any time. Turn your left toes out, knee out, squat. Push your right heel out, turn your left toes out, warrior two. And then move at your own pace. So we're moving from the center of the body here, really challenging the glutes, the hips, the muscles around the hip sockets, the core. We're sliding on our blanket here, which is challenging the core muscles as well. Nice. The next time you come to your goddess squat, go ahead and stay. Inhale. Exhale, sink. Inhale, lift your right heel up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift your left heel up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift both heels up and stay. Exhale. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, lower your heels. Inhale, straighten the legs, reach out, around, and up. Turn your toes to face me and soften the knees and forward fold. Forward fold over wide legs. Nice. Take a breath here. Welcome to have a block underneath the hands. As you inhale, lift halfway. Walk your fingertips forward, chest reaches forward. Push into your legs and gather your low belly. So you're still active in the belly and the legs as you fold forward again. Welcome to walk the hands back between the feet or back behind you here. Pull the belly towards the thighs, but keep the legs active. And then when you're ready, walk the hands forward again, lift halfway. Turn your toes to face the front of your mat. And step forward into mountain pose. Into forward fold. Forward fold here. Then we'll move to mountain. Rise to stand. Reach out, around, and up. And reach out, around, and down. All right, roll the shoulders up, back, and down here. Mountain pose. We'll take ourselves into a toe balance here. And so if you'd like to be near a wall or have your blocks nearby, that would be just fine, right? So a little bit more challenging if the toes are together, a little more stable if the feet are slightly apart, all right? So as you're ready, inhale, sweep the arms out, around, and up. Soften the knees and fold forward. Lift halfway, lengthen, and then engage the inner thighs towards each other as you start to bend the knees and lift your heels, lower your seat into your toe balance, right? So this may be where you stay with the fingertips on the floor or on blocks. You want to keep the spine nice and lifted. And you can you're working your core and balancing muscles, stabilizer muscles right now, in this posture with your hands on the floor even. So squeeze inner thighs together, lift your low belly, and maybe you look just ahead of your mat here and feel that drawing in and up to support you in your balance. If you'd like a little more challenge, you can bring one hand to the heart here in this half prayer pose. You're also welcome to bring both hands to the heart here into prayer pose. Okay, but again, we draw in and up. This is all core balancing work right here. So draw in and up on the inner thighs, the low belly. Soften in the shoulders and the gaze. If you have crow pose in your practice, arm balance, you're welcome to play with that here. Otherwise, squeeze the inner thighs in and up. Reach the arms forward, and again, you're welcome to keep the hands on the floor, come to a forward fold. If you'd like to try standing, keep the heels lifted, keep squeezing in and up, and start to rise to stand. Push, 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 draw in and up, reach those heels up, 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 reach up. You got this, soften the gaze, a little smile. And then slowly lower the heels down, arms down by your sides. Take a moment to inhale and exhale. Great. Step to the top of your mat. We'll make our way to the floor. Inhale, reach out, around, and up. Exhale, soften the knees and fold forward. Pull the belly towards the thighs. Lift halfway, lengthen. And then we'll step one knee back and then the other to the floor. Widen your knees. Big toes touch and move back to your child's pose. So as you remain in child's pose here, notice that we've been resisting gravity through this practice. We draw in and up, we move, we strengthen, we push. In this posture, take the opposite, right? Relax, soften, lean into gravity. Let the belly rest. Let the gaze soften. And soften any tension that crept in. Let your breath come back to a natural pace. No need to shape it in any way. And we'll take a few finishing postures just to counter some of the constricting, some of the drawing in that we've done, kind of give ourselves some space to let that energy circulate and not gum up in any one spot. So energize, circulate through the whole body, right? All right, so from child's pose, let's come on to our bellies once again. You can move your blocks or anything that might be in the way, out of the way. I'm going to take a scorpion tag twist here, okay? So as you're ready, reach your left arm out to the left. Hand is either at or a little bit below the level of the shoulder. We don't want it up here, right? So at or below the level of the shoulder. Turn your gaze over to the right and bring your right hand underneath your shoulder. Okay, so here we push onto our side body, left side. And we can stay right here, kind of move your back hand and arm around till you find a chest stretch that you appreciate. If you like, you can bend your top knee and bring that top foot behind you as a kickstand here. And so we feel that there's a twist happening, an open twist. We get some space across the low belly. Let yourself breathe easy. And then let's unwind, come back to the mat. Take a moment in this T position here with the arms. You can turn your head to one side. Inhale into the low back, exhale. And then we'll take the other side. So bring your right arm off to the right, at or below the level of the shoulder, left hand underneath the shoulder. And then roll over onto your right side. And just take a pause here. I like to move my back arm until I feel a chest stretch, no pinching in the shoulder. And then if you wish, you can bring that left foot behind you. Let the knee move back and open into this twist. So again, we've got a lot of space across the low belly here. A lot of space along the front body. Let yourself lengthen from the toes to the head as you inhale. And as you exhale, relax into that twist. Let's roll out when we're ready. And come back to center, hands underneath the shoulders. Press up to table position, kind of neutral spine here. Shift the hips from side to side. You may lift the feet and look over that left shoulder, swing your feet to the left as well. Come back through center, swing the feet to the right, look over the right shoulder. Come back to center, and then move back to sit on the heels. Okay. So as we close our time together today, you're welcome to rest in a supine or laying down reclined position for as long as you can. If you're ready to move on with your day from this short practice, sit comfortably, sit tall. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down here. Hands can rest in your lap or come to heart center. And as you close the eyes and turn inward for another moment, offer gratitude for taking time for your body, your mind, for your breath. Offer gratitude for all of these core muscles, back muscles, tissues, organs around and within the center of the torso that keep us centered, grounded, keep us digesting and moving and assimilating energy, our food and such. Keep us moving out into the world. We offer gratitude to this core, this center of the body that does so much for us, physically, mentally, and emotionally. And today, as you move forward, may you take that good energy, any benefits from your practice, to benefit those around you. Thank you so much. Have a great day.